Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to the town of Otter. This is Mike here. And first live recording I've done with you guys in a while. It is April 24th on Monday. I just got home from work. And yeah, you had a pre-recording of a good couple of days as I was out of town visiting the lady friend. And I didn't want to catch you guys up and show you visually some of the stuff that's happened. Just get caught up. We'll run around to see what's going on in town because I myself have not played for a day or so. So we're going to see what's new and see how everything's about to shape up. So, oh, we got a letter from Missy, which is Embers or Thalia or all the 12 names that we have for her. Aw, that is so adorable. I wonder what she sent me. A cabin table. Well, look at that. I know that will be going to use in the home soon. Okay, well that's nice. We'll have to save that. Okay, I think I can get rid of these. Yeah. I noticed I didn't get any fossils, which means I haven't dug some up in a bit, because I think Missy was digging them up. So this was the notice from Nook that was letting me know that we were renovating. Again, I didn't get this until after he had finished the renovation. But what was interesting is I didn't log on that day, but Missy had logged on that day. So I got my mail delivered to my house, if that makes sense. So if I wouldn't have logged on that day, and neither would have Athalia made her character, probably wouldn't have gotten this letter. We just would have gotten this letter, which just says, "Hey." Oh, I'm sorry. We wouldn't have gotten this letter, which is like, "Hey, we're closing on this day," and then I would have, of course, gotten that. Oh, we're open. What is that? Oh, that's paper. So I don't think I need these letters from Nook. I might keep them and put them in the storage. I don't really remember. I thought this was hilarious. A rabid raccoon spotted in A1. That was Thalia's first impression of Tom Nook. This also happened, the pitfall, and it was along the beach, right where the waves crash, like the farthest one you could in the ocean, and it was really funny because Thalia was walking around and was like, oh, just like walked into it and started literally like drowning her head like in the water. It was kind of funny. Yeah, that's been about it. New characters. Weber's new. I have not personally met him yet, but he's been around for a few days. Rasher, I can't remember if you guys have met him, though, or if you've met Pom Pom here on the thing. So we'll go run around to those people. Ace, Pinky, yeah. So those are all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11. So we're getting kind of close now to getting those last few. It is a rainy evening here in town, which is also kind of rare. This is the second one I've had that at least I've logged on to play during. So it is the evening. I was looking forward to hearing that 5 p.m. music because I haven't heard it very recently. So I wanted to run in and do see. You can see my house. It is now fully expanded. And we got ourselves the tree model from Nature Day, which I haven't seen yet. So we're going to drop this in here. You can see we have 3 models, which are funny that all 3 of them are reorderable and kind of have to do with decorations in town. But the next model we will be getting will be, unless, of course, one of the other ones you can order and get from neighbors comes up, it will be the dump model on May 1st for spring cleaning. Candy machine from the dump. I got some cabinets. That was from Thalia. A couple of these she found. And I guess I'm just going to call her Missy because that's what she's called in the game and not Thalia. So I stopped confusing you guys. They're the same person. And then I have this cabin table, which is kind of too big to put in here. So, is there room in this one? No, there's not room in that one. You can only put, oh gosh. You can only put 3 items each in these things. But I don't want to, actually we'll take the blue check shirt out and I'll put the furniture in. Oh my god, and I forgot. You can't even put furniture inside of furniture. You can put everything else of fossils as you can. Well, never mind. I forgot. You literally cannot store extra furniture in this game. You either put it in your house, you bury it in the ground, or you give it to your gyroid out front, which is really kind of unfortunate. I can't say, though, that I'm going to do a cabin theme for the summer, but I guess I'll keep it, whatever. I'll put it in my gyroid. I have nothing else in there at the moment. We did use the gyroids quite a bit to give items back and forth that we had ordered for each other. And yeah, you just put it in there, you buy it, and the next time you talk to your gyroid, he deposits the money directly into your pockets. But yeah, so there we go. There's Nature Day. Nothing else happened in the rest of the month. And then April or May 1st is spring cleaning. And then Mother's Day, you don't get a model that day. We won't be getting models until June. I believe we'll get a couple. Yeah, we'll get a couple coming up. Oh my gosh, look at that. Father's Day, the fishing tourney, and my birthday. That's weird that's not capitalized. All on the same day. I forgot that happens every several years, that Father's Day and my birthday are on the same day. But that's good to know. So once you actually register your birthday with a neighbor, it will show up on your journal. So that's cool, I guess. We still haven't touched the NES games. I'll touch that soon. A day when I don't really have nothing else going on in the recording, we'll just stop and we'll play each of those. Oh, she's got it in her town too. She met Gulliver, which we haven't seen yet on this login, but this is what she got and thought it was absolutely hysterical. She laughed for like 5 minutes when she put that in her town, in her house. But yeah, her house is large, so she paid it off, but she obviously hasn't played as many days as me, so she didn't have as much furniture. So it's kind of empty. But she likes Regal items, so anytime we find a Regal furniture set item, we are going to be getting that for her. That is the series that she wants to collect, which is good to know. And the way this is going to work, because I don't see her all the time, because we are across state lines. We're closer than we've been in a long time. We are across state lines. So the way it's going to work is if there is a holiday, like say spring cleaning, I'm just going to log on to her character, pick up her the special item, and that'll be about it. Or if I have like a whole bunch of items to give her, I'll go ahead and like give them up to her. But you can see our house is medium, sky blue roof. I think it looks quite nice, the two of us here in town with our blue roofs. But I really won't play otherwise on her character. What do we have in the dump? A soggy desert camo and a ranch table. And we had a ranch table already that Missy found, and that was that. Let's go check on our letters and save some. I don't think I've showed you guys this. So I believe in this game, at least what I've done before, and I'm pretty sure this is the way it works, is like the letter saving. It might not be. This might have just been like a fluke, but I swear that letter saving is actually a separate thing on the memory card. So if you erase your town, it won't erase your letters. So like you can store a bunch of furniture items in the mail, right, in the saved letter, and you can attach presents to them and store a bunch of items, and then basically restart the town and then go here to access your saved letters, and they'll all still be there, and you can get all your items back that you wanted to save, or if you wanted to put a bunch of money in there or something like that. Oh, I guess I was supposed to save some scores, but I haven't really done anything special with my scores recently, so we're not going to do that. But I guess I will label these each individually to like store my stuff up, because this can be used as like a pretty good storage. Yeah, we'll put his sale and his remodeling ones in here. Just because I want space to store furniture items. You know, I probably will make a second character at some point if I have like full furniture sets to store. But you know, I won't want the spooky set always stored up, right? So I'll just grab all the furniture when it's not in season and just stick it into letters in here, and that's kind of how I'll store a bunch of items. I don't think we have anything else in here, because it gives you quite a bit, which I kind of imagine this might be one of the things they thought. Wait, what is this? Oh yeah, we'll put this one in here. We'll put it in the red one. Because it's just like, compared to the other things it lets you store in the game, it's like, you know, I think this is kind of a hint that, oh, you can use this as storage. Although you can store and save patterns in this version of the game, because it was very strange that they didn't have that in Wild World or in City Folk. It's kind of strange that they had it in GameCube, though, to actually save patterns, which I didn't know was a thing, even though I played GameCube before, because you just go to Able Sisters so little, you know? I just never noticed that was a thing. And I did look in my guidebook, and I don't know how many it takes, but if you dig the holes behind you and you do this perfect, you will get the last bell bag you get will be a 10,000 bell bag. So you'll get 3 100s, and then you'll get thousands, and I think it's either 3 or 4 1,000 bells, and then you'll get a 10,000. So I'd like to do that at least once because I don't think I've ever done that in this game. But I think it's honestly because I just never dig the holes. Because I feel like there's so many more rocks in this version of the game than there are in other versions of the game, but that might not be the case. It just feels like it. Just feels like it for sure. So maybe we'll find a snail in the rain, because I know we don't have one yet. And something else that I think this game I think is interesting, I don't know why it's not in other games, is the bug and fish timelines are not as direct. For example, get out of the way, Daisy, you're going to cause issues here. For example, this may not be true, but I thought the snail was not out until May. So this is probably not a good... well, let's use a good example. Like, say the cicadas. The cicadas are going to come out on July 1st. In other games, as soon as July 1st hits at the first time frame a cicada will show up, which is the evening cicada at like 4 a.m., you will start seeing them in your town. It's a very hard line, which is good. But in this game, it does a little bit better where it'll have it kind of be some random time. So depending on your town, you might see them earlier. You might see them up to like a week early or something. A couple days early, you might see a cicada. They'll be more rare, but you might see them around town, and it starts to like they slowly come into season, which I find pretty nice. And it's kind of really exciting where you've been waiting those couple days. You know all those bugs are coming out, but then at the last, like a little bit early, you start to see them, or you go to your friend's town and you see them there, but not in your own town. But that can also be a negative because towards the end of the month, you might actually stop seeing them. I don't look too dangerous. You know, at the end of the month, things might start disappearing a bit earlier than you anticipated, but they'll still be able to be found. Like, if things don't turn up early, the first possible time they can show up, they will definitely show up. And the same at the end. They'll show up until that last final moment. It just might draw the line a little bit different. So he's got space. What is this room? This room is a mess. Also, those eyes are like beep beep boop bop beep bop boop bop boop. Got KK March playing. I know that song. Okay, hi Weber. I don't know if we're going to be talking to you very much because you're kind of out of the way in town, to be honest. But man, do we need that bridge. Oh, actually, no, he's like, this is the bridge right here. No, it's not. Yeah, we need that second bridge, which I'm surprised. I thought it was a villager every single day, but that has not been the case. So I'm thinking you might actually have to kind of do a few things around town, which we haven't had an episode with the wishing well yet. I think the next few days I'm honestly going to be recording an episode almost every day because there's just still some new things in the game that I want to record and talk to you guys about and kind of show off that we haven't done yet, or explained or kind of talked about the goals for in this season. So I think that will be nice, and I know I'm going to be playing just to make some money, especially when it's rainy like this. All right, let's see. Yeah, there's a spot. Wow, that took a long time. That definitely took a long time. So yeah, this episode is literally just catch up with you guys and to see what's going on in town since we haven't just played with us. Oh, there is some weeds hiding in the corners. There's just a lot of weeds in this version of the game, man. They show up like crazy. All right, what do we have going on? Because I think I missed Sahara yesterday. Gracie will be arriving on the 26th, which will be Wednesday. We'll be able to play then. So we'll have to go see Gracie, which will be exciting because I like I like Gracie in this version. Bum ba da dum. The rainy music, such a classic. We'll keep an eye out in case there's a mega fish. That's not a mega fish. I don't think it is. I don't care enough. I don't want to get sucked into fishing at the moment while I'm still here on talking with you guys trying to do stuff around town. Oh! Okay. Did we get a 10,000 bell bag? Was this 10,000 bells? And it was! Yes! Man, you had to press that button fast. I don't know if you could hear me, like, how fast I was pressing it. Awesome! So I guess, yeah, you don't get that last one. Just like in the game, I don't think there's a way to get that last bell bag. I think it's kind of made for you to dig the hole to kind of wedge yourself in. And then, yeah. I know when you get certain lucks, for instance, if on a random luck day or on like New Year's Day, you get your fortune and you have really good luck. You might hit that rock and it'll be, instead of 100 bells, it'll be 1,000 bells. And instead of 1,000 bells, it'll be 10,000 bells. Instead of 10,000, it's 30,000. Like, you can shake trees and 1,000 bells will come out. I've had that happen to me before. So, but that's pretty sweet. I mean, you make more money from a rock. Well, actually, no, you don't, because that makes you 1330. And in the new games, don't you usually make like 18,000, or is it 8,000? No, in this game you make more. I think it's 8,000. That's how much you make, because it doubles it, all the way up. So you actually make more money from the money rock in this game than in other ones, if you get that 10,000, because it just makes it so much better. Awesome. Well, I think that was the first tier on the town. So let's keep on running and get ourselves over to meet these couple other new neighbors. Do 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 do. Who are you? Hiding behind that umbrella. Oh, you're Tom. We can catch up with you, Tom. What are you up to? You swapped one pink shirt for another. You can't open umbrellas properly is basically what you just said. What she's chowing on these days. I don't think I've ever seen Missy eat fruit, but I could be wrong. Oh, Missy and I used to fight all the time. What? There you go. Missy, I'm sure you're watching. Who's that over there? Oh, that's Amelia. Man, everyone's walking around town, taking a stroll in the rain. It must be a warm spring rainfall. That must be what it is. Must not be a cold one, because then everyone's getting sick. All right. More diggy spots. And we'll go up and meet Pom Pom, Rasher. Right? Who else do we have? Pom Pom and Rasher. I think that's it. I don't know if you guys met Mallory or Daisy, but I can't remember if you met them specifically or if they moved in on Wednesday. I should probably... I'm pretty sure like I've talked to them all. I can't remember when they moved in. But I know that... Oh, Mole Cricket. You hear it or you can't hear it? But I did catch one. It took me a while to catch it. I've been hearing them a lot, and I know that they're going away soon. So it was very lucky to get one. But I just kept hearing them, and I was like, what in the world? I didn't think they were in this game, and they were so faint. And then one time it was like super loud. Even the other ones were faint. I'd run around, and I couldn't find one. It was just so faint, so quiet. But I found one, so I got that, and I probably will never dig one up again. But yeah, here's my fish. Basically caught all the ocean fish now. I thought the coelacanth would go here with all the ocean fish at the bottom, but it doesn't. Jellyfish is the only other ocean fish I really need at the moment. Goldfish. Caught a koi. That's kind of rare. Caught that the other day. But yeah, that's about it. Nothing else special with the fish. Just getting the basics river fish down. I guess the coelacanth and ocean fish are kind of the exception there to what we've got. But yeah, missing a snail. And then one day I'm going to do a spider and a bee hunt. The spiders are always a pain in the butt to get. But if I get them before too many other bugs come out, it'll be better. Because the whole, basically one bug and one fish spawn per acre, essentially, almost every time. So it makes it easy to know, okay, well, it's raining and I don't see any butterflies or bugs on the trees, which means there's probably a spider in the tree. So it makes it easier to find them. And I'll talk more about that and show that later. I was just thinking for snails, this miserable rain must be like the best thing ever. And it's true. That's telling you, hey, snails come out in the rain. I guess I've actually met her before. I just didn't meet her on camera, but I haven't been in her house. I know that much. Uh-oh. What? What? I don't think Missy did that. Pom Pom, do you think I'm cute? Is that like a face? I do. I guess it's a face. That's funny. I didn't know that there was... I'm pretty sure Missy didn't do that, so I didn't know that there was like pre-wrote letters in this. That's kind of funny. Life is strange. Get out of my way. Your strawberry umbrella. What's your house look like, Pom Pom? Ooh, the flowers. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Why does everyone have these trains? The developer, or whoever's doing some of these houses, must have really liked this furniture item. They must have really liked it, because it's in a lot of homes. Dum da dum da dum. Okay. Ace, I like you. Let's say hey to you to catch up with everybody. What's up, Ace? Grass and mushrooms. Well, mushrooms aren't around right now, but I'll take I know what you mean. I am not cutting down. I have not cut down a single tree yet. I haven't cut a single tree. What are you talking about? I don't even have any fruit to risk cutting one down to like guarantee a growth of a new fruit tree. Which, speaking of which, I might be taking a trip soon to the other town and grab their town fruit. Take a visit. We'll go pay old Albany a hello. All right, now we'll head into Rashers, which I've been talking to him a lot. He's actually the one that saw the birthday, which you saw in the last episode. Yeah, okay. Let's talk. Yeah, Gracie will be coming in a few days, and hopefully we'll get a special outfit from her. I might have to use the spoon trick to press the B button fast enough, but I have this brand new Wii U GameCube controller, because my other one was just like, I have 3, and one of them, it's just like plastic. The controller's just been like torn apart, and the other one, like, the other 2 are like at home for my sister to use. And with the old controller contraption, so I just got a new one. So I was tired of using that little plastic one. So we'll have to see how the B button and jamming it fast enough will be good enough for Gracie. And if it's not, then I'm going to be really sad and I'm going to have to resort to using the spoon trick, which is just as tiring as some of the other things. Just as tiring as jamming it can just be a little bit more efficient. Which you'll figure that out if you don't know what I'm talking about. And fish at the waterfall, that was kind of big. And it is just a barbel steed, which I'm pretty sure we've donated and caught. Yeah. That wasn't anything special. Alright, I think it's time to go ahead into Nooks. I need to buy some paper. And I need to send some fossils. And we'll see what he's got going on in town. But first, is there a snail? I don't think I see one. But I do need a killifish, so I'm going to do some fishing in the pond still. But I only get crawfish, so I don't know if killifish are out. But I'm pretty sure it said April. I just don't know if they're super rare or something. Something I remember that was rather interesting. So when Zerthik and I used to play this game all the time together and go over to each other's houses with each other's memory cards, his town, nowhere in his town was there one of those holding ponds that I just fished out of. Nowhere in his town. So towns in this game can spawn without a holding pond. And that means, naturally, you cannot get a crawfish. Now, killifish are usually found in those holding ponds. However, rarely you can get the killifish inside the rivers or the big pond, I believe. And he had caught a killifish. T-Rex tail, do we have that? I guess we do. I'm afraid to sell that. I think I've checked, though. I know we have that one. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Okay. And I don't want extra paper around, so we're getting rid of that because I'll just buy a pack of 4. So he didn't have one in his town. And he didn't know that. He was trying to figure out what one of those last fish were. And I was like, oh, it's the crawfish. Like, I catch them all the time in the holding ponds. He didn't have them. We looked his town, and he did not have one. So he had to travel over to my town to order that, which I thought was crazy. We're going to buy these, by the way, because this is what I'm going to fill the basement up with to store a whole bunch of good stuff in it. So I'm going to also start buying a bunch of stuff to get raffle tickets because that'll be coming up soon. So, yeah. It's weird that they can't spawn. So if you never traveled to other towns, well, 1, you couldn't get Nookingtons, but 2, you could not potentially catch a crawfish, which I think was definitely something that was probably overlooked in the game as a bug. Or maybe they intended it to be that way. I don't know. Or maybe it's like so insanely rare and that's never happened to anyone else that's ever played this game before. Because, some of these towns just can generate in such a different way. And I'm only buying these because I just want some raffles. Because nothing sucks more than seeing an NES game or one of his other rare special items sitting back there that you really want. And the only way to get it in the game is by winning a raffle. And you don't have enough raffle tickets to win it. So I'm just buying these up super fast. But yeah, I think that's it for this episode. I've talked enough. I feel like I've caught up with the game. I've got you guys caught up. There's nothing really extra to talk about. I think that really covers the basics of everything that's happened in town. I might have missed a few small things, but that's, you're not here to see every little detail in this Let's Play, especially in this season, maybe in the first season or so. But yeah, I'm going to do some fishing tonight, get this stuff mailed off, and I think that's going to be the case. I don't think there's too much else. Oh, whoops. Oh, I can do this. There you go. Yeah. I don't think there's much else I wanted to talk about. I guess I'll buy that last item, even though I already have it in my catalog, just to get I have the money. I want Nook to upgrade, so let's get him to Nookway. I don't care so much about getting Nookingtons, but I want Nookway, because that has a couple other items in the game that you can only get by buying at Nookway. So we want that to happen. So I guess I'll go ahead and buy. Although with the fishing that Missy and I both did, and they were all in Nook and Go. I mean, I've essentially made 50,000 from fishing. Okay, I probably made like 30 or actually no, you're right. I probably only made like 30,000, but she made 20,000 to pay off her mortgage on her house. So I think that it's yeah, I think we're very close by getting Nook and Go, because we don't have to wait a certain amount of days like in New Leaf. Like, this is just going to happen soon. Oh, I could have bought a wallpaper in flooring if I wanted to. Man, you could get 7 raffle tickets a day. But I think I'll just buy 5. I'll just stick it to 5. Like, every day, I'll just probably buy 1 spin the last couple days of the month, so that I can get a good set of shots at, because I know Thali has some too. And I'm also just going to take her tickets and use them for her. So that's also going to happen. But yeah. If you guys are playing this game alongside of me, because I haven't really gone back and looked at any of the comments from the videos that have aired, and you would like to see me a gift, give me a gift. You can put the gift to Mike of Otter, and you'll get a secret code generated. If you play this game, you probably know how to do that. If not, I'll explain it in a future day, because I have some codes for some e-reader cards that I would like to redeem, so you'll get to see that in the near future. But yeah, pay attention to that. You can send it to me on Twitter, or you can put it in the comments below. I mean, someone else can't use that code unless they literally made a town called Otter and made a character Mike. They could redeem the code, but then I could still redeem the code as well. It's not like that. I mean, I could make 5 towns with the same name and character and then redeem that code in all of them, because it's, it's a weird code system. It's not using the internet. It's not verifying things. It's basically only redeemable by me if you do give me that code. So you can post it wherever. Other people can't steal it. And if you will, I will definitely open it in the episode and read your message. But also, don't just send me super rare items like, a model that's something I'm going to get in the fall, because then I'm going to be upset that you gave it to me. I feel like I kind of cheated, But if you want to give me, like, say, like a random piece of modern furniture to add to my house, like, I'm not going to complain about that. The rare items that I'm going to get myself, we'll deal with. And oh no, I don't want to make a deposit. I don't want to make a deposit. Actually, we can make a deposit. Why the heck not? Let's do 48. Let's leave it at 100,000 bells even. That makes me feel pretty good about what we owe. And I know something I'm going to do. So when we do open, for whatever reason, Animal Crossing has always made really obscene, or not obscene, just like outrageous goals for saving up money, like the donations to Boondocks to get the Crazy Feathers in Wild Water and the ABD, like in Wild World and New Leaf. They're all just crazy. what you have to donate to get some of the rewards. Like, some of them are reasonable. I mean, it's reasonable to get up to 10 million bells pretty easy, but anything over that either takes like years and years of playing the same town, and it's just kind of ridiculous. Maybe even like 100 million would be kind of reasonable to do vanilla, playing by yourself for a couple of years, but getting anything more than that, like, no way. I'm sure people have done it using the stock market and stuff, but I think it's a little insane. So I will alter the rules, and of course look at the prizes. Like, a couple of the prizes I looked at in the book, I'm like, I've never knew that those were gettable as prizes. Like, for instance, there wasn't there's a blue mailbox, like the USPS blue mailbox you see on the side of the street. You can get one of those as a reward, but it's for like 100 million bells or something for depositing money. Essentially, what I'm trying to get at here is if you max it out and put in 999,999,999 bells, like you do in many other games, that gets you the town hall model. And to me, someone always brought up a good point that Animal Crossing always puts those crazy goals in the game, and it's always, to me, kind of meant, well, they want you to cheat at least a little bit. It's like they put those kind of things in because they expect people to time travel or give themselves money or duplicate money or get money from hackers, So I think that's how some people feel about it. But I want to get the town hall model, but I'm also not going to cheat and get myself 1 billion bells, and I'm not going to earn it by vanilla. So I've decided to adjust it, and I think I had maybe mentioned possibly doing this in one of the other seasons, but essentially, if we pay off the mortgage and then we save up 1 million bells, which is totally reasonable, I will use a code generator to get myself a code to get the town hall model instead of having to wait until we get 1 billion bells. So know that will happen in the future. I don't know why I brought this up right now. I'm just wandering around town. I'm going to go do some fishing. I will talk to you guys later. This has been long enough. The next episodes will never be this long. This was just a good chat and catch up. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.